always wanted to work with Big, and I never got a chance to. Until today, it came out right. Play.
I really am.
What the fuck is this Toontown ass beat, bro? At least there's a connection to Lil Pump. At least back then, he was connected to to the kids of that time. Pause. You know, thinking that he was cool. There's no connection to this, bro. The robot looks like Tom McDonald, but raps like Tekashi. That's funny. I like that one. Old niggas need to shut the fuck up, bro. I swear to God, bro. They just be yapping. Niggas just, bro, I swear, niggas turn 50 and just start yapping, bro. A cartoon is AI? No, it's not. It's created by somebody who took the time to think of the character, draw the character, and give that character a personality that comes from an actual person who's actually thought about this. Not something that was created in 3 seconds by a machine that's gonna fit an image. No. What's up, YouTube? Oh, actually, oopsies. Hold on. Alright, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lil Mackie Rov, aka Mito, also known as Mr. McBaldy. Apparently not. I forgot Anthony Fantano's also bald, so what's good, my boy? But that was stupid. How we doing, y'all? We doing good? I'm doing fucking good. Yeah, man, we back to it, man. We back to another reaction video today. Yeah, I see recently there's been a lot of talks about AI infiltrating our music industry, our beloved music. There's just been AI everywhere. But yeah, I seen that I'm assuming that we're gonna talk about Timbaland over here because I've seen that boy Timbaland has come out with his new AI artist. I forgot their name. Let me actually look that up real quick before we start. Timbaland's AI artist. What's the name? What's this fucking thing's name? This thing. This thing. This is AI. This is not a real person. This is a AI person. Timbaland's announced co-founder. The first. Oh, here we go. Tata. That's their name. Tata. So there's been talks that the producer Timbaland, who is behind some of the most influential fucking bangers hip hop has ever fucking heard. He's a very, very famous producer. He's come out with his own AI artist, saying that he's going to get ahead of the curve when it comes to this AI generated music. And there's been lots of conversations about that. Some people like it, some people don't. And that's what we're going to be talking about here today with the boy Anthony Fantano, where he's got a video called AI Music is Evil. Very straight and to the point. So we're going to react to it. So let's see.
Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time to once again talk about the growing nightmare that is AI generated music and the fact that it continues to be forced upon us by individuals who should know better and frankly have way too much power and influence in the music industry. Of course, we are talking about legendary super producer Timbaland, whose work I am very familiar with because I came of age when he was generating a lot of his biggest and best and most influential hits, honing the talent.
Yo, bro, Sexy Back was so fire. I still pump Sexy Back. I'm bringing Sexy Back. Yeah. You know the boys, they know how to act. Yeah. I don't know the lyrics.
Of a lot of bright, young, up-and-coming artists who made some incredible stuff. But these days, Timbaland isn't really on that trajectory anymore. In fact, it's been a while since he's generated a real, genuine hit with a new, young, exciting artist who's actually making waves. I mean, if you're a producer with the talent and the history and the experience and connections of a Timbaland, the ground is currently fertile with ideas and artists willing to do whatever they can to make the biggest song of their career.
That's actually very true. I haven't heard any new major artists that have like done any collabs with Timbaland, at least as far as I know. Because I'll be honest, like I there's a lot of songs I didn't know were produced by Timbaland until like my mother pointed it out to me. But that is very true though. Like I don't think Timbaland's worked with like Megan Thee Stallion or Glorilla or like any like new really major artists. And you would think, especially with some of the ladies, you know, he would want to collab with the ladies, you know, especially like a Megan, a Glow, Cardi, or like, well, Cardi's not new, but you know what I mean. Like he doesn't collab with anybody as far as I know, you know. So that's a good point too.
Options and opportunities are there. You just have to go out there and grab them. No, instead of doing that, he is trying to forge a new pathway for himself by cutting corners and selling music fans short by giving us a bunch of AI generated slop. And he's been quite egotistical about it in the past as well.
Yo boy. Yeah, I would say for me, dude, I don't like the AI thing in music. I'm not a big fan of AI in general, but especially AI music, you know. I feel like there's like a certain amount of like human expression and soul that goes into making music, because a lot of music could like, it's not just like, you know, turning up and shit. Like a lot of really good music is like, it's created through pain, through struggle, through what do you call it, through perseverance, through just going through life as a human, because being a human is pretty fucking tough, in case you don't know. I assume we all do. I hope most of y'all are actual people, motherfucker. So yeah, I feel like music is definitely one of those artistic fields that needs a lot of human involvement beyond just typing in some prompts to get some generic ass sound, because that's all AI does. It just takes things that's already been created and kind of just makes like a generic version of it, especially when it comes to just music, you know. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the AI music thing. I think that's one of those fields that it should not be it shouldn't touch, not at all. But man, I will say though, AI is just gonna, I think as we go further into the future with this AI shit, it's just gonna be all over the place, bro. Like we're not gonna be able to go anywhere without seeing fucking some AI shit, some fucking AI music, movies, videos, video games, advertisements. Like bro, we dead ass gonna be in like some cyberpunk type shit, bro. I'm telling y'all, it's scary what's about to happen, bro. And this shit's moving quick too. That's the scarier part.
We've actually covered AI in relation to Timbaland on this channel before, in terms of this little obsession he had for a moment with bringing Biggie Smalls back, or at least, you know, bringing his vocals
no
back.
Fucking way. Timbaland wants to create a posthumous Notorious B.I.G. album using AI, despite the serious ethical concerns about the technology. Bro, come on. We just went through this with Drake doing this with fucking Pac, bro. Like this is the shit that I'm saying. It's weird. If you want to make your own artist, right? If you're so obsessed with AI and you want to make your own artist that makes their own music and you want to do this shit, do that. Do what you want. Many people are not going to agree with you, but fuck them. Do what you want, right? At the end of the day. However, I don't agree with bringing people back from the dead, in a sense, using AI to make music off of their voices. It's just weird to me, and it's also just disrespectful. They're gone. Let them go. This is the same thing that happened to Drake when he did the whole tailor-made freestyle where he used AI Pac and then also used AI Snoop Dogg, even though Snoop Dogg's alive, and he was just, I don't know what the fuck happened with him. He was just like, oh shit, that shit's crazy. He didn't give a fuck. But AI Pac, bro, that shit was just disrespectful, and everybody who got at Drake for doing that all had the same sentiment of, this is just weird and it's disrespectful. Bro, some people are just weird, bro. Some people are wicked. That's some wicked shit. That's wicked as fuck.
Back with the power of AI and using that to create, the opportunity for him to work with Biggie.
There's a lot of talk about AI. We know how the feelings of violating certain things, but let me tell you something. I gotta share something I've been working on because I always wanted to do this and I never got a chance to. I always wanted to work with Big and I never got a chance to. Until today, it came out right. Play.
I really am.
What the fuck is this Toontown ass beat, bro? There's no way that's his real beat. That has to be just a meme. Like, oh god, bro. But like, if you want to do this with like by yourself, you know, because like I know people use AI to just like make things for themselves that they think is funny or they think is cool. I feel like that's one thing. Like if he wanted to make a song with Biggie using AI for himself, where he kept it to himself, I mean, it's weird, but I mean, it is what it is. And like that's fine. You can do. I guess, you know, I feel like people can get mad at you for doing that. But if your idea was to do this and then like actually make a real album, because they said he wants to make a posthumous album, so he's trying to do this and then sell it as an album to the masses. That's weird. That's weird. That's weird. I argue with your mom about that.
Happy about the public outcry around that, because I do think we kind of dodged a bullet there. But sadly, This has not stopped Timbaland from trying to...
I will... Okay, hold on. I will say those AI gorilla videos where they're like doing vlogs and shit in the forest, that shit's fucking funny. I saw one today where it was like an AI gorilla and he was like in the forest, or AI Bigfoot, whatever, and he was in the forest with the Predator from the Predator movies, you know, like the fucking alien things that are swole as fuck with the dreads and shit that go hunting. Yeah. And he was like, yo, what's up, guys? I'm here with the homie Pred. He's pretty chill though, and like he's just staring at him, and then it cuts to the fucking Bigfoot running down the forest. He was like, yeah, he tried to fucking stab me in the kidney, so now I'm running for my life. Holy shit. Like those are funny. I like those. Those are funny.
Forge forward with this whole AI thing. I actually think recently some of the stuff he's been doing with AI has been flying a little under the radar. I didn't see much coverage about this, but not too long ago, he came out with this Timbaland Progression album. Yes, Timbo Progression is the title of it. It dropped just this year, and the whole thing is like this weird throwback 70s Afrobeat, Afro-funk type of record. The songs on this LP are way shorter than you would usually expect music in this genre to be. On top of that, the grooves and the drums and the bass and the horns are just super looped and repetitive. Like there's no real organic, natural groove or flow to it at all. It sounds very tight, very synced, very cleanly produced for music in this style, but it still has the kind of nostalgic sheen to it, which does lead me to believe that these tracks may be AI generated on some level. I mean, when exactly is Timbaland hitting the studio with a full band of old school African funk musicians and having them sing Timbo? And if he did actually put the personal time and resources into doing such a thing, you would think he would actually spend a bit more time like promoting the album. And
that's true. And that's the thing though, it's Timbaland. He definitely could. If that's something he wanted to do, was to make music like that, he definitely could. You can. There's definitely bands out there that make that kind of music, and if they don't, well, if you like the music genre so much, you should definitely be able to make it yourself or something similar. So you just bring in a band. You're a fucking producer. Bring in a band and fucking make the music yourself, and then have the band perform the music. Like, why do you need AI? It seems like the AI thing is such a crutch, and it's like lazy as fuck, you know?
It would be a bit more of a to-do, but instead this thing was like dropped out of the blue. And again, I think a lot of people haven't really kind of taken notice, and I think he's kind of used this as an opportunity to see if he can kind of like sneak a project like this out without people giving him crap for it. However, people are seemingly giving him crap for this new AI based venture he's involved in, which is this new pop artist here you can see on your screen named Tata, who, yes, is AI generated and looks like a composite of like a dozen different K-pop artists. AI generated images and music are gross enough on their own. What makes this even worse is, again, it's being engaged with by a man who has the time and has the talent and has the
Has the
resources to
resources.
actually be
Yeah.
working with real, interesting, exciting young artists. But instead, he's doing this crap, and not out of love of creativity or anything like that. No, it's all being done because obviously if you can, for the audience, fake the vision of an actual artist through images and sound, and then actually generate a hit or two that way, that saves you the pesky trouble of having to pay them and split royalties with them or compromise creatively with them in some way. Now, once again,
But see, and that's the thing, that last part, that's what takes the love out of making the music, is the fact that you could be a producer and you might have your way of how you think a certain song or a certain sound should be made, and then you have the actual artist who is in that sound or in that genre that has probably been very influenced by a lot of different artists in that genre, or maybe many genres, and they have their own spin on how they want to do it, and then you both come together and you create something fantastic. Instead of trying to that's how you make good music. Instead of trying to cut corners and just trying to do it the cheap, easy way, and not really cheap. AI is not cheap, but do it like the easy way and cut the other half of the creative process out. That kills the enjoyment of the music. And I also feel like too, like, people don't just connect with like images of an artist. Like, sure, that's part of it, because that's really one of the only ways a lot of people can see their favorite artists is through images and videos and stuff. But it's also the idea that, well, maybe one day I can meet them, because, you connect with them so deep, So I feel like a lot of people have that mentality of, I like this artist, they're cool, and their personality is really cool. I could really see myself being friends with them, and maybe one day I can see them at a show. Maybe one day I can save up enough money to do a meet and greet, or maybe I get super lucky one day and we're at the same fucking mall together, or I end up running into them at a coffee shop or some shit. It's that hope that, oh shit, one day I might be able to actually meet this person. With AI, you take that whole thing out of it, so it's very just like the whole idea of making AI music, and then on top of that making a specific AI pop star, it cuts the entire connection that fans have with certain music and their certain artists in that music. Like, we're cutting out a lot of the important pieces of music. And Timbaland's here thinking he's probably cutting out the fat of it, when no, this is very important,
And like with the Biggie thing, Timbaland has gotten pushback for this as well. He's also trying to funnel all of this into like this, entertainment company that's going to be AI based named Stage Zero, which just goes to show you how greedy his ambitions are here. But in the wake of the backlash, Timbaland has gone on to social media to defend this decision with
I'm sure.
a few
I can't wait.
cringeworthy posts on Instagram. The first one I will read here. I know I'm trolling, but let's have a real conversation. I love my independent artists.
Yo, the fact that we have this like 50-some-year-old Timbaland talking about, I know I'm trolling. This man's on the internet way too damn much, bro. Don't you got grandkids, dog? What the fuck? Why?
Okay, first off, you're starting a goddamn company around this shit, and you've tried to do this stuff before. You've released music recently that is presumably AI. You are not fucking
And this is the thing too. There have already been AI artists that have been out, and people don't like them. I feel like we're forgetting. They made like some like Lil Pump. I'm gonna look them up. They made some like, oh yeah, wait. I remember. It was like Mecha AI rapper. Yeah, this fucking guy. Yeah, they already made this weird AI, like weird Lil Pump-esque artist. He went fuck all nowhere because it's the shit that I said. You can't connect to this motherfucker. FN Mecca, that's his name. Do they still have some of his music up? Let me see. Look at like, bro. This is 2 years ago, bro.
Yo, bro. I just got a DM. You won't believe what it says.
I just read the whole time. No, wait. I wanted to.
Gonna kill me. Moonwalking with a shotty in the lot. Moonwalking with a shotty in the lot. Feel like Hank Hill when I raise the body. I don't see no nigga
You get the idea. Okay, so oh, look, here you go. Like, it's like, what? Like, it's just, there's no connection to it. He's just saying shit. He's just saying shit. I don't see no niggas like I'm playing hockey. I don't even know what that means, bro. Like, what are we talking about? They couldn't even get a real Cybertruck for this video. They have an AI version of a goddamn Cybertruck. Are you fucking kidding me? And he looks like it's hard to see because the video is fucking potatoed as fuck. But he looks like the most like cliche image of a fucking SoundCloud rapper you could think of, or an AI could think of. Give him some fucking, just give him a Bape jacket, fucking blue J's. They're probably not even J's, probably Adidas or some shit. Some jogger pants, dreads that are green, and he's half bald, and then just give him like a creepy smile or something, and boom, there's your SoundCloud rapper. It's just, there's no connection, dude. At least with Lil Pump, and I fucking hate Lil Pump, at least there's a connection to Lil Pump. At least back then, he was connected to the kids of that time. Pause. You know, thinking that he was cool. There's no connection to this, bro. Let me see. The fact this isn't a joke makes it funnier. So I guess this is what the end of the world looks like. Sad times. That's Tekashi 6ix9ine. They ain't fooling anyone. How artificial intelligence used the N-word. Like, this is 2 years ago. But like, dude, come on, bro. Like, people have already tried this, and this shit comes out fucking horrible. Because you can't cut corners when it comes to human connection. That's the biggest part about music, is a human connection. Oh shit, whoops. We're looking at Tata. Ah, fuck, I lost the video. Damn it, give me a second. Okay, I found it, my bad. All right, let's get to it.
Your independent artists so much, where are they? Where are they? Where are the independent artists? Where's the new production and entertainment company for all of your independent artists? This doesn't mean I'm not working with real artists anymore, and nah, I don't train AI off y'all music. Okay, well, I'm gonna presume it means you're gonna be working with a lot fewer real artists, honestly. Maybe you're not swearing off of real artists entirely, but this whole process says to me that if the opportunity arises where working with a fake artist will make you more money, you're gonna do that. And
yeah, I say this is how it starts. This is called a stress test. This is how you test the waters. If it goes good with Tata, then you're gonna make another version of the AI called Dada, and he's gonna be a rapper or some bullshit. Like, again, he's purposefully dodging any sort of like any sense of like accountability with the shit, because he knows he's gonna sound fucking stupid, and he's getting exposed for it. Like, this, we know you're not gonna abandon your independent artist just yet because people don't fucking like the AI music, but if they were, you would absolutely jump to it. You'd make 5 more fucking AI artists immediately to sign to your fucking record label. So I mean, like, bro.
And you're going to try to drum up as many use cases as possible in the process, because all of this is just driven by your pockets. And again, no, I don't train AI off of your music. I mean, it's being trained off of something. What programs and platforms are you using? You're certainly not training the AI purely off of your own music. You know, I forgot about the...
Well, that doesn't even matter. You don't have to. I mean, okay, if you're going to start it off like from scratch, then I guess it matters. But I'm sorry, I 100% don't think Timbaland is gonna train his own AI, with the music that he selects. I think he's just gonna have an AI that already knows hip hop or already knows music, and he's just gonna like add to that. But the whole idea is the only way, and even if he wanted to make the AI straight from scratch, he wanted to train it right from the beginning. You have to show them show it an example of the music you're trying to create. So unless you're going to make your own beat by yourself, which still, even then, hello, it's still copying music, it still has to learn from something. And I promise you, Timbaland's not going to sit here and start making beats from scratch just so this AI can learn those beats. He's gonna use the AI. He's gonna use old music or music that already exists for the AI to train off of. That's how AI works. It has to be able to learn and mimic from shit that's already been created by people.
A massive Timbaland Afrobeat back catalog that he must have trained this Timbo progression album on. This just means more creativity for creators, which honestly just sounds like some tech bullshit that CEOs and entrepreneurs use to get people investing in crap like this.
Oh, no,
now, in addition to this, Timbaland also posted a video featuring music executive Ray Daniels, where he's kind of just talking into his phone in the car and making the case for this whole AI thing. And of course, it comes across even more out of touch than the Timbaland black and white text post.
Yo, in today's news of artists are never satisfied. Artists are never happy. This is why executives, producers, stuff of that nature don't work with artists.
What a shitheaded thing to say, just off the bat. Executives and producers don't want to work with artists anymore because artists are annoying and they have opinions and they want things like to be paid. Why don't artists all want to work for free? Why can't they just all shut the fuck up and do what we tell them to all the time? Why can't the thing that they give us that makes this industry run just come for free and we take it and make money off of it and they just go away?
Like, I just will not understand why these record companies just don't grasp the idea that you can't just artificially manufacture an artist and force people to connect with that artist and make that artist a success. Because even outside of AI, there's always been the whole thing with the industry plants and stuff. Like, I think with that one artist Jumex from way back when, who was like a SoundCloud rapper who made zero music before being turned into Jumex. He turned into Jumex. They gave him the whole 9 yards. He had the fucking the dreads that were like painted green. His whole thing was he was green, like the fucking Jumex juice or whatever. And well, the Jumex juice isn't green, by the way, but I don't know. They made his whole thing like green. But they gave his whole color thing was like him being like green aura or whatever, and they were able to do that. Like he was 100% an industry plant, and he's not gonna have any opinions on music because he's not a musical artist. He was just a guy that was able to fit the image of a rapper at the time, a SoundCloud rapper, and they just fed him music to just rap or whatever and send out to the masses. And the masses, and the one song there's one song by Jumex I forgot that people liked, but then after that they couldn't get him to get another song that was popping because he's not a real artist. There's no actual vision. You can't artificially generate music and force the people to like it. You might be able to force the artist to sing it, but you can't force the people to like it. And it's going to be the same thing with this AI shit. I don't understand how many times this shit has to fail for these fucking record labels to understand you just can't force the shit. You have to let it happen naturally. You have to actually give a fuck. Like, holy fuck, dude. Like, wow, what a fucking shocking revelation, guys. You actually have to give a fuck about your music if you want people to also give a fuck about your music. Oh, shit, who would have thought? Like, bro, how many times does it have to take? It's just frustrating, bro. It's frustrating because we've been dealing with this shit. I remember dealing with this shit since I was in high school, of just being force-fed these rappers that fit the image, but they don't actually make music to connect to. And then these industries, these record labels are surprised it doesn't work. Like, yeah, bro, you have to care. You have to care for this to work. That's just it. And I mean more than just care like where your money's going. I mean like care about the music that's being released with your name on it. Like, bro.
And fuck off. Why can't that just happen?
Timbaland, who has super producer, who has, I see, helping as many artists as he can, decides he's going to play in the AI world, which, why the fuck wouldn't you? Like, let me tell you what an AI thing is. Let me tell you what an AI character is. Mickey Mouse is an AI character. Donald Duck is an AI character.
No, then. This nigga, bro. The robot looks like Tom McDonald, but raps like Tekashi. That's funny. I like that one. Old niggas need to shut the fuck up, bro. I swear to God, bro. They just be yapping. Niggas just, bro, I swear, niggas turn 50 and just start yapping, bro. A cartoon is AI? No, it's not. It's created by somebody who took the time to think of the character, draw the character, and give that character a personality that comes from an actual person who's actually thought about this, not something that was created in 3 seconds by a machine that's gonna fit an image. No, Mickey Mouse is not AI. It is a human created cartoon. Donald Duck is not AI. That is a human created cartoon. SpongeBob is not AI. That is a human created cartoon. Dude, old niggas need to shut the fuck up, dude. I'm so tired of these niggas just talking, bro. Stop talking. Go smoke a hookah, bro.
Bugs Bunny is an AI character.
Three times it's impressive. 3 times in a row, wrong. Bugs Bunny is not an AI character. Mickey Mouse is not an AI character. Whatever the hell else, also not an AI character. Not only are those characters not artificial intelligence, they're also not AI generated because they were generated by human beings. They were generated by artists, the people who earlier you were saying are never satisfied. That's why nobody wants to work with them anymore. No, those are the works of artists, the very group of people who you are crapping on and disrespecting.
You guys are looking at it wrong. He's going to make a character that he can have sing songs and things of that nature, sell products. That's all these cartoonists and all these young kids TV shows are doing anyway. So why y'all mad at him?
Okay, again, I'm not begrudging Timbaland if he wants the freedom to generate a character and then have that character represent the art that he and maybe other creatives are creating themselves. If Timbaland wants to have his whole little weird Gorillaz era, he's certainly entitled to that. Yeah, he can.
That's the thing, but even Gorillaz isn't AI, bro. Even the art for Gorillaz is created by a person, and so is their music. They all represent a person and part of that group, or at least they're all created to be something specific in that group. Like, they're human created. So he's not in a Gorillaz era. This is a whole separate era of Timbaland just being old and dumb as fuck and cheap. He's an old, cheap Timbaland is Mr. Krabs, bro. Like, I swear, if you put AI into Bikini Bottom, Mr. Krabs would fucking artificially generate Krabby Patties, bro. That is what Timbaland is, bro. He's just lazy and he just cares about the money. This is stupid. Fuck, bro. And the worst part is, dude, this nigga is actually good at what he does. He's a great producer. Why do you want to cut corners? Except for the fact that he wants some fucking money.
And work with a cartoonist or a CGI artist or something, and then have them like create the character and make it up. Or he could even like hire some models to dress in an outfit to represent the character, or he can like put on a mask. I don't know. Just do it in a way that involves humans fucking doing it. Just do it in a way that is human and personal and isn't just generated off of the creativity of others with no credit or depth or anything. Plus, on top of it, he goes into, again, the real motivation behind all of this. Do you know how hard it is to push an artist? Artists have opinions and want to do things their own way, when we, the executives and the producers, just want them to be quiet and do whatever we tell them to.
Do you know how hard it is to push an artist? They gonna tell you, I don't want to do that. Jimmy Iovine famously told me one day, get you something that don't talk back. What is better than an AI artist that don't talk back?
He said it. He said the thing. He literally said that he's not even hiding it. There's no mask.
Said the quiet part
the mask
out loud,
is off. Bro. Here it is.
He said the quiet part out loud, bro. Yeah, Jimmy Iovine fucking said that, probably super fucking sarcastically too. He's probably like, what do you want? These are the people that make the music. These are the people that connect with the fans. What do you know? Like, if you want something that don't talk back, go get that. And yeah, this nigga said the quiet part out loud. So that's what I got. I got AI. He's fucking stupid. This nigga took it literally. And I promise you, Jimmy was being sarcastic about that comment too. Like, this is why I'm saying old niggas shut, bro. Just shut.
To see with no filter whatsoever. This is what every AI-based executive will not say outright, because this is the actual appeal for AI, for fuckers like this. AI is being pitched as like, hey, it's supposed to be this new way forward for creativity and the future of art and music and so on and so forth. No, dumbasses like this are only interested in it because it doesn't talk back. They're only interested in it because it saves them money, it cuts corners, it's one less person to have to split royalties with, split streaming revenue with. This is something that can be controlled.
It's just, this is the thing too. Like, AI is not all around a bad thing. It's really not, okay? It's not a bad thing, because there's many ways we can implement AI to actually help people move forward, right? So like, when I heard of AI, the first thing I thought of, because people, you get the whole thing of, it's going to start taking our jobs. That's true. It in the next 5-10 years, there's going to be so many jobs that are completely going to be taken over by AI, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It sounds bad because those people that are going to be affected by those job losses, they're freaking out. Where's my money going to come from? Where's And there's not a lot of legislation around the AI and stuff like that right now, but in the future, when this stuff does take over, there's certain jobs that it's going to be good for this AI shit to be a part of. A lot of the super crazy, like, strenuous jobs, like a lot of like the kind of the grunt jobs that people do because it's the only thing they know how to do, for one, because they didn't have enough money to go to school and like get something a little bit higher, and two, it's the jobs that are very needed. They're going to be replaced by AI, and that's good, because we don't need people fucking working until they're 70, breaking their backs over some dumb shit that can be replaced by bots. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of factory jobs are probably going to be replaced by AI. That's not a bad thing. That just means it's going to help people in the future not have to settle for a factory job that's going to possibly hurt their body for the rest of their lives, either with back issues, joint issues, potentially losing body parts because of these fucking machines. Those are good jobs for AI to take over. And then when those people get displaced from those jobs, guess what? Then it'll be the government's responsibility to assist those people that are displaced with those jobs and have them go get educated into a different field that humans are more required for. So it'll actually put people into more useful positions in society versus than just being a fucking forklift driver. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and this is my opinion, I just feel like AI is good for those kinds of jobs. Your factory workers, your fucking your people in the farm fields that have to pick the vegetables and the shit like that. Your dock workers, and the shipping yards that have to move fucking cargo containers and shit like that. Again, like I said, forklift drivers. It's gonna be good for a lot of like the super grunt jobs in society that AI takes over, because it's gonna help save people from having to do those jobs where they're going to risk hurting themselves for not even that good of pay. Not anymore. Bro, you work at a factory, bro. You're going to be able to maybe sustain your own life. That's it. If you got a family of 4, fuck me, dude. A factory is the way prices have always been. The way prices are going up, bro. Factory job is not going to help you actually be able to afford an entire family like it used to back in the day. So this will be a good spot for AI to come in and take over. So then those people can learn something else. Maybe those people can learn how to maintain the AI machines when they break down. Because machines are machines. They're good for what they do, but eventually they will break down. Eventually they gain rust. Eventually they need they need maintenance done to them. So, and you're going to need people to keep that maintenance going. You're not going to have a robot that's able to do maintenance on other robots. And even if you do, guess what? That maintenance robot is going to need its own maintenance, and you're not going to create a maintenance robot to maintenance the maintenance robot that maintenances the machine. You get what I'm saying? You're always going to need people around these robots to be able to keep them going. So that's what we could train people to do. That's much better than telling a person, hey, buddy, welcome to the job force. Get ready to break your fucking back for the next 30, 40, 50 years to barely get by in society. Get ready for that. No, fuck that. It's going to actually put people in better positions. That's what AI is good for, not art. There's no reason that art should be replaced by AI. It's so stupid. There's just zero reason for it. There's just no reason for it. This is one of those fields that it's unnecessary for AI to take over. It's just lazy and it's selfishness. And of course it comes from these executives, dude. Oh, you can always count on a fucking executive to try to make the most money moves, bro. And it's so shitty.
And used purely for the benefit of the executives, the 1%, the rich, the powerful. That's it. All artists watching this, especially artists who are big, are influential, are on a label, have some kind of deal. If you're sitting there and trying to be as quiet and as dumb and as marketable and as boring as you possibly can in hopes that it's going to extend your career and lead to your continued success, these people are looking at you purely like a commodity and will replace you instantly the moment that they have the opportunity to. These people are sick, disgusting parasites, and they will replace you at a moment's notice. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about creativity. They don't give a fuck about art. So it's time to say something and be aggressive and be angry about it, because shutting up and being quiet and not saying anything is not going to save you. This guy's a moron. Timbaland's a moron. They're both hacks. They're both greedy freaks. And after this, I don't want to hear not one single person in my comments or in my mentions on social media trying to blow smoke up my ass about how AI is the future and it's so great for creativity, when right now, currently, we are so far from a point where we're actually enacting legislation that pays artists whose music is getting trained on this crap. And now, with posts and announcements like these, we are actually seeing thrown in our faces the real motivation behind why all these executives and producers are embracing AI. All they want to do is make more money and fuck over artists. So yeah, that's it. This is evil. In fact, yeah, I don't think you can characterize it in any other way. This is just evil. This is callousness. This is soullessness personified. And I look forward one day to this sickness going away. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm sure you will over here next to my head.
Yeah, like I said, and listen, AI is the future. We have to just understand that. Regardless if you want to hear it or you don't, that's the harsh reality. AI is the future of our society. However, it should not be the future of creativity, of artistic expression, of the human experience. It should not be that, and it will never be that, and people will never fall for that. At least I hope not, because it doesn't work the same. AI is the future for manual labor shit that has people risking their lives, risking their body to complete. That is what I think that is what AI should replace, not artistic expression, not the human experience. This is the one field I feel like AI just doesn't make sense for it to be here, because art is about the human experience. AI, no matter how many times you try to feed it or teach it the human experience, it will never be able to understand and preach and speak the human experience compared to an actual human person. That's just what it is. But yeah, dude, this is crazy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Make sure y'all check out Fantano's channel. I'm sure all of you know who this guy is, but I will still leave the video in the description below. If you guys like this kind of content, leave me a like, comment, consider subscribing. I make reaction videos pretty much all the time on top of gaming videos. I don't always talk about music. I talk about games too. So if you're interested in that, leave a subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later, man. Peace.